As the world turns and the days go by, I'm living life, I don't wanna die. Clock's ticking and the time waits for no one. There's no exception, it's an unlimited motion. Can you feel the force? Public enemy, I'm a rebel without a pause. When the timing is right, let's have the time of our life. When you're catching feelings, I'm catching flights. Can you feel the force? Without a pause. When the timing is right, let's have the time of our life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday and welcome back to FTW Future Focus. I am your not-so-humble correspondent, Robert Black, and above me is the silent but deadly man from Chicago, Illinois, and he has about as much use for women's professional wrestling as I do for winter forecasts. He is Marvelous Marcus Buckley. How's the snow, sir?
You don't even need to ask.
Yeah, I gotcha. And to my side is the founder of our feast, the president of FTW Network, my pal and friend, professional wrestler extraordinaire and promoter extraordinaire, the mastermind Bobby Rogers. How's it going, sir?
What's up?
What's up? Well, guys, it's good to be back. I am sorry about last week, but I have been extraordinarily ill over the past week and a half. I don't even want to describe it, but it's needless to say, it's good to be back on the program. I tried to inform the panel, but unfortunately, the communications were bad because of the damn snow. And I think that was the story with most of the nation. Anyways, our most of our agenda today revolves around yesterday's Royal Rumble. And Bobby, since you have a very extensive agenda today for that event, I am going to turn the festivities over to you, and we will begin our reactions.
What's up? Guys, thanks for tuning in. Everybody out there watching, thank you for tuning in to the FTW Network and the FTW Future Focus. Yesterday was a historic event in so many different ways. WWE put on, of course, the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, the first one. Let's just go into it because it's a lot of things we got to talk about. Of course, it kicked off with the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, Liv Morgan ended up winning this one. Do you see my face? Do you really see my face? Liv Morgan went. So, let me ask the first question, though. And I want y'all honest opinion on this. Because I have a few choice words on this matter. Do you think the Bella twins was necessary for this fucking event? Marcus, go first.
Marcus, please go first. please really, go first.
I mean, I think they were necessary to make Lash look good. To take that bump when she do them both over. Other than that, shit. I mean, no. I mean, I was surprised that Bree got the pop that she get, but no, the Bellas aren't necessary for anything. They never have. They never will be. I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, I would have rather seen. There's so many people I would have rather seen in that spot, but again, hey, at least they took the bump for Lash. I'll give them that much.
Rob.
Uh, okay, the pop that Brie Bella got was 100% nostalgia, 100% because we were in Riyadh and the Saudi Arabia crowd is a big market for nostalgia, especially for the Attitude Era and the ruthless aggression era in general. So that's the only reason that happened. As for their usefulness in the match, they were basically the only surprise that happened during most of the entire event as far as either rumble really, and that's an issue with this show in general. There was nothing. When did the Royal Rumble become a popcorn match for wrestling? When the
Well,
hell did that happen?
once
Because
they
it
started getting
used to
butter.
be a premier event. Maybe so, but I mean, the Rumble used to be the one hit guaranteed show that would deliver in the year. Even when WrestleMania sucked, Royal Rumble delivered. The old saying was that the Royal Rumble was like pizza and sex. Even when it was bad, it was good. When did that change? Because based on yesterday, it changed, and it changed a lot.
Oh, I think.
But as far go ahead, Marcus.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say I think I know, but I'll let you finish your thought though.
Okay, well that was, but it has gotten to the point where we've we have gone 180 degrees in the opposite direction. We learned to expect a whole lot more from the Rumble, and it has, for whatever reason, turned into this cliche of tunnel vision booking that affects every damn thing that revolves around it. So the fact that it was in Riyadh just it didn't help matters at all, and for the last few years at least it's been like that, and this match is no exception. I mean, the Bella's involvement being the highlight of this match is a testament to how far and formulaic the whole damn thing has become, and it's sad. Bobby, what are your impressions?
Oh, okay. The Bella twins. I'm gonna stay on topic here because we got a lot of stuff we got to go through here. Because I could go about 6 hours nonstop right now.
Just a small interjection. Are we giving our star ratings for the matches
Yeah,
in
once we
this
get through with the
format?
3 points, yeah, give me some. But
All right, no problem. No problem.
I don't think the Bella twins should have been carrying anybody's bags, let alone being on that show. I don't care if they could have bumped it home and acted like they was there with Last Legend. There are plenty of other people they could have put in there that did the bumps for them. It was the most insulting thing that I've seen in my life to seeing the Bella twins come out. I can tell you there was one other factor that why you said nostalgia, Rob, and you said something else. That
Yeah,
the reason why she got that pop. It's more. It's one more reason that she got that pop.
nostalgia and surprise.
Well, guess what? It's one more reason she got that pop.
Okay,
You had some old horny foreign men out there imagining twins. That's why they sit up there and they got that pop. I'm just keeping it 100% real because
and thank you for joining us on.
it was all obvious through the whole night, and I will go ahead and elaborate on it as we go through the show. It pissed me off because this show to me right now, especially when I saw the Bella fucking bums come in there, because they're not the Bella twins to me, they're the Bella bums. All right, One of them riding the coattail off
Mhm.
of Daniel Bryan. The other one's just riding the coattail because she can't have John Cena. She can't see him. Look, the thing that gets me pissed the fuck off is that when you're doing these fucking Saudi shows, it's supposed to be about fucking wrestling, and it's not. That's why I was kind of like, okay, this Saudi show might be okay, it might not, you know. And it's all as the evolution of these women is done to climb, to scratch, to claw, to be looked at as competitors. Yesterday's put a smack on all of them and smacked them in the fucking face, especially with them two fucking bums in there. The Bella bums brought down the women's revolution of wrestling so fucking far. I think Donald Trump was still in. Oh, he is. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, um, I was so pissed off with these Bella twins coming
Oh,
out. Fuck the Bellas. Fuck the Bellas. The Bellas are now lords in the
well,
bunch to me.
Wow.
well, I can't say that I disagree with that. I wouldn't exactly go that nuclear with it, but
Oh no,
yes,
I'm going
the
nuclear. I got
Bellas
the finger
were
on the
more
trigger.
or less.
I got the finger on the. I
Well,
put the code in the box. The nuclear football is
that's
mine,
your
and I let it
prerogative. You
loose.
got, yeah. And that was first down.
Boy, wait till we get the
It
second down.
is Sunday, damn it.
Yeah, wait till we get the second down. I ain't
Okay.
done yet. Now, with that being said, there was, especially in this women's World Rumble match, a couple of great things that did come out of it. My question to you guys is, who stood out to y'all? Who was the most positive in that match? Robert Black.
Well, obviously, Lash Legend. She stood out very well. Um, as um, Arusha, or what is her name again?
So Ruka?
Um, Solruka, yes. She stood out. Roxanne Perez, for the most part, stood out. Um, but really, that was all there was. And I wish they could have been a little bit more elaborate with it, but they were toward the end of the match, they were trying to highlight the women's teams and the tag division, which is fine, but they are competing for belts that don't mean anything. And that's basically a waste because it's something that WWE doesn't care about. So, I mean, it's nice to highlight the teamwork, but I don't know about anybody else, but I'm sick and damn tired of Judgment Day. Judgment Day has been going for 4.5 damn years, and it's time to go away. I'm sick and damn tired of Judgment Day, especially since the men in the faction are basically irrelevant. Now it's all about Roxanne, um, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. Which, I mean, they did a good job of highlighting them in the match, but I'm sick and tired of everything involving Judgment Day, and it's time to break that damn faction up and do something else because I'm tired of the lazy ass booking that depends on that stable.
Got you. Marcus.
Along with what everybody Rob said, one other person stood out to me, and that was Kiana James. I thought that
Yes.
I thought that surprisingly,
Mm-hmm.
you know, she did a lot better. I would have guessed she would have been an easy elimination, but she stayed in it for a while. I think she did some kind of did she do some kind of she lifted up Nia Jax and slammed her
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was I was like, okay, I was kind of impressed there. Um, But yeah, I think they did a. Hopefully, they're going to do a little more with her than just, have her stand there, show off the nice new implants. I mean, they nice to look at, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
but yeah. Oh, she got a little.
Wow.
They did show. They showed she got some talent, so I'll give them that. Lash I thought really did good, and even for the short period that Jordan Grace was in the ring, I thought she had some impact. For her little spot that she had. I wish. Well, I guess we'll come to that a little bit later, but yeah, fair enough to me.
Well, let me tell my side of it. First of
All
all,
right.
two words come to mind when I see Kiana James. Got milk. Good Lord.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future.
And I'm talking about that
Oh,
vitamin D, baby. That vitamin D is coming straight out.
thank you for joining us on. Wow.
Oh, sometimes you gotta
Oh,
laugh to cover up the hurt. This
and
was
the
a
good
waste of
part of
time.
our balanced breakfast edition.
Boy, no more cornflakes.
I'll ding
Anyway,
myself on that one. Thank you for joining us on. Go ahead, Bobby.
yeah, no more cornflakes. But anyway, um,
Uh,
I'm gonna. I gotta say this. They had a lot of good females in there do a lot of spots in it that was wonderful. I will admit, I was very impressed with the females. I love that. I love what I saw for the most part. My last legend, awesome, off the charts, did her thing. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. She got some of that Trick Willie in her, and she doing her thing. I gotta give her props. Um, Roxanne Perez, as much as I clown on her in here, she
hmm
did very well.
hmm
I'm
mhm.
sorry. I got. I will admit when I give credit what credit's due. I'm not one of these that always is a hater. If they do good, they do good. The Roxanne did very well. I'm very impressed with her right now. She did very well. So Ruka just stole the damn show.
Yeah,
So Ruka is just doing the thing.
Yeah.
She scares me. She scares me because she got a name and a body that can match and things she can do. That Soul Snatcher, I'm telling you. She's getting yeah. I'm getting nervous on that one. And Kiana James, of course, her lifting, Jordan Grace doing her damn thing. You know, you have a nucleus of women right there that you can get rid of every person that's been in women's wrestling for WWE right now and can hold a solid base on these women. You know what I'm saying? You got something good there. They need to feed off of it instead of putting them in the background. Because on our next point, that pissed me off, and it goes back to my earlier point. If you look at the final three, if you look at the final three,
Hmm.
all of them was blonde head, big titties, small waist. It was a carbon copy of each, and all of them looked like they were third graders. Now, my thing is, I'm going to ask you guys first because I'm going to go last to this one.
Hmm.
Oh, but do you agree with the last three that was in the ring? And if you do not, who do you think should have replaced them? Rob, go first.
Well, obviously I don't. The last three were Tiffany, Liv, and who was the third?
Ruka.
Shit.
So Ruka.
Oh, okay, yeah, Salruka. Now, okay, I wanted Ruka to be there, which is fine because she's a new face. Um, But if we gotta have a good Final Four for a WrestleMania that would give us a good match that A, we haven't seen, and B, would be good in its own right, something that I want to see, then your Final Four should have been Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Sol Ruka, and Lash Legend. Those would have been my Final Four
Mm.
to fight it out. But I the fact that they gave it to Liv, it doesn't so much bother me that they gave it to her, is that they went a predictable route. I'm sick to death of WWE taking the path of least resistance because they want the star power and they want the marquee. And it makes for a bland, predictable, and crappy WrestleMania, and the road to WrestleMania becomes generic and absolutely stale, and something that A, I'm not interested in, and B, is insulting to my intelligence because we know damn good and well why they're doing it and what led up to it. So no, I'm absolutely dissatisfied with this, with their entire interpretation of this final three. Marcus, you feel the same way?
Um, I would have taken out Soul Ruka.
Ooh.
I would
Okay.
I would have put in Jordan Grace instead. And it's
Okay.
nothing against Soul Ruka, but she's in NXT and she's not on the main roster. So there's I would rather see her in that spot when she's actually on the main and can take advantage of that momentum being on the main roster. I think putting somebody that's new like Jordan Grace in that spot, you know, when she's working, I think that made her would have made her look stronger, since she's working with Jade right now. That would have made her a stronger opponent for Jade and on a 'cause I still don't think a lot of people have really to me NXT didn't showcase Jordan Grace well at all, in my opinion. And I
True. True. I agree with that.
and I don't think most people have seen her work in TNA where she was much better. So I think if they're going to make her a viable contender, even if she loses to Jade, I think putting her in that spot on that bigger audience would have made her, people see, oh shit, made a much more interesting match with Jade. It did going with the champion. Go ahead.
Marcus, you've got a point, but pigeonhole that for later because I want to come back to that particular point about NXT and TNA. But you do have a great point there.
Yeah, that's other than that. I mean, Liv is one of their bigger stars right now, so I'm not surprised. And with Tiffany, I mean, she's also one of their bigger stars, and I know they want to showcase her a little bit since she was out for all them months. So I didn't really have a problem with them two, but I just would have took out if Ruka is still on the NXT, then I would have rather them have somebody that was on the roster to take advantage of momentum. That's only reason I would have made the switch between Jordan Grace and Sol Ruka.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I'm obviously not happy with the four. I think there's some horny old men that had a lot of money had something to do with that finish. Just being honest.
Probably.
I actually wouldn't even have Liv
One of them
Morgan
might
win
have
the
been the
damn thing. I wouldn't even have Liv Morgan win the damn thing. But if that's the way you want to do WrestleMania and you want Liv Morgan to go in there for the storyline, because they could have did that storyline without having Liv win. Only thing that's going a little big is they're making it to where she's going for how can I say, she's going for a title, so it means a little bit more. So I can see that tidbit. So I got two lineups with or without Liv. The first one, of course, Liv Morgan, who can't sit at a damn table. You got Roxanne Perez. You had Jordan Grace and Sol Ruka. Those should have been the final four. And Liv outsmarts all of them and go ahead and do they doing what they doing. I could have accepted that because Laz should have been there to the end. I'm sorry, Laz should have been at the end as what well as she was doing. So Ruka is known. She has been on the main roster a lot more though, and had her matches. But yeah, she is new, so I don't think she should have won. The threat of Jordan Grace is that she's came so close and hasn't won it. So you can still continue that aspect again and have Jordan Grace there. And then if you want to, go ahead and have Liv do whatever. But have one of them is like, okay, you got me. But not only is what's her name, old girl that's on the Judgment Day gonna be coming after Liv, or Liv coming after her, she's got this added
Raquel
element.
Rodriguez.
Right, Raquel, thank you. She's got this added element of this newcomer that's sniffing up her behind too, trying to get her. Now you got an extra dynamic there too, to make it a little bit more interesting. Now, if I had it totally my way, Liv wouldn't even been there. It'd have been Sol Ruka, Jordan Grace, Roxanne Perez, the last legend. Those four. That's it. Winner gets a newbie shot. Sol Ruka or Roxanne would have won it. I would have still had that thing go with Jordan Grace because, like with Cody, chasing the belt is better than having the belt with her. I'm kind of upset because they went with the same old talking about, well, the blonde haired girl wins again. I'm tired of it. It's the same old. It's like you're washing your clothes again and you forgot to take them out the dryer, out the washer because you left them in there an hour too long. And they were wet and they got stanky.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to push the washing button again. It makes me sick. You got
just wait.
You had a variety of women up here. They gave you different looks. And hold on, let me say this right up top. I want to say this up top before we get off the Women's Royal Rumble. Whoever was a damn tailor that made them outfits was on fucking point.
Oh man.
Congrats. Whoever did them outfits, I need your number because I want you to design me something.
Whoa.
If you're gonna do that well with the women, I want to see what you do with dudes' outfits.
Pause.
Why is that pause?
Pause.
If they did well with the women outfit, they can do men outfits too. I'm not gonna doubt it.
Man,
You ain't trusting it.
No, not. But I'm just picturing you and some of that. Pause.
Oh no, it'd be totally different.
Pause.
It'd be totally
Okay.
different. It'd be totally different. No.
I'm about to say pause.
No.
Marcus wants to see skin, Bobby. You can't see skin in Saudi Arabia.
Well, no, Lola Vice. Oh my God, she also. Lola Vice. Ooh.
Wait. Y'all gonna trip when I say this. Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
I usually call her a 12-year-old.
Like I told you last week. If those were 12-year-olds when you were in school, I wish I was in your school then.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Wow.
12-year-olds didn't look
okay.
12-year-olds didn't look like that when I was in 6th grade.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for joining us.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, she didn't look like no 12-year-old last night. She looked like 24, 25. Man. Boy.
Oh, good God.
Boy. I mean, she was getting it. Yeah. She was getting it with that outfit. Whoever made them outfits, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, You have to applaud WWE's costume department for getting around the limitations that the
Ooh.
Saudi Arabian government set on them.
Wait a minute.
So,
They not
hats
only
off
got
to them
around
in
it, they
that regard.
extended them. Because they look better in them outfits than they did some of their regular stuff.
Yes, yes. Yep.
Well, the law says as long as they cover up the skin, it's fine.
Hey,
So there you
we
go.
might have to make that law here so we can see some more of that stuff. God dog.
Oh dear
But
Lord. Thank
but
you for joining us on FTW.
besides
Oh,
my personal admiration for the outfits that the women had on, Lash even had one on. Oh my god. Anyway, I disagree wholeheartedly with the finals. I think the finals was screwed up.
mhm.
I think they could have did a very better job because they could have got one of the young ones over. They could have got four of the young ones over at least in a better light,
Yeah.
but they didn't. And unfortunately, they blew a huge opportunity last night by picking
Yes, they did.
Liv. By picking Liv, I can't sit at the table and eat Morgan. I'm sorry. I'm.
They they could have gone down a more unpredictable route. Uh,
But
Overall, the match itself gets for me a 2 3/4 stars. It wasn't good enough to get 3 for an average for a good Rumble match, but it wasn't complete and total garbage. That would come later, but this match, it was a bland, predictable Royal Rumble. And that's very sad.
Marcus, what rate do you give it?
two and a quarter.
Mm,
And
that's fair.
my rating, I gave it a 3. It was right
Okay.
there. They had some good moments. The final part is what screwed everything up. And the Bellas.
Yeah.
The Bellas are responsible for one and a
Yeah.
half of that missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a popcorn filler match, and we've come to expect that from the opening anyway. So, what can you say?
They need to get the Orville Redenbacher. That's what they need to do.
Uh,
All right, but next match.
yes,
Gunther taking on the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. So we gonna go over the match because we got a little bit we're gonna speak about AJ and his career later on. But on
right.
the match itself, Marcus, how did you feel about this match?
I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4. I mean, to me, this was just a good old fashioned wrestling match. I mean, they just they told a good story. I mean, there wasn't a lot of stupid stuff. I mean, they kept a good pace as well. I wasn't bored with this at all. I mean, they really got all their stuff in. I mean, AJ. I mean, they told a great big man versus little man story. I mean, Gunther wrestled the way he should wrestle. AJ wrestled the way he should wrestle. I mean, it was just there wasn't a lot of stupid, unbelievable spots. They didn't have a bunch of false finishes and kickouts of finishing moves, which is really refreshing to see, in my opinion. I mean, to me, this was just a nice. This to me is going to end up being, at least in the first half of the year, one of the top matches. I think. I mean, to me, these are the two best wrestlers in the company, and it was just a good overall match. I gave it a solid 4.
Rob,
All right. Full Monty, 5 stars on this one.
Hmm.
I enjoyed this match. The pacing was perfect. I agree with everything that Marcus said. I gave it 1 star more because this match did everything that Bobby wants out of a professional wrestling match, and it did everything that I want out of a professional wrestling match. And AJ worked with Walter in a way that was both old school and modern at the same time.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
classic AJ, and the implications of it that we will get to later are interesting. And the story that was told, and this match did tell a very good story, not only just a big versus little guy match in and of itself, but a high stakes drama that saw Styles coming back against the odds time and time again. But not only that, but you felt every minute of it, and it was something that filled in the missing gaps that we've been talking about on this show for a long time. So the fact that it delivered in all those categories, I have to go the full hog here and give it 5 stars, because AJ Styles deserves it more than anyone else in the world right now. Now, this match does. I do have some mixed feelings about this match, which we will get into later, but the match itself was as close to perfect as WWE can get. And that's because you got two guys in there who know exactly what the hell they're doing. There was no extraneous bullshit to distract from what was being done in the ring. And this match was the perfect entree in a sea of mediocrity. So hats off here, 5 stars, damn near perfect, and like Marcus said, match of the year candidate already. Bobby, what's the cherry on top of that?
You can't get no more cherries when you stack cherries. Try to stack another cherry on top of a cherry, and what happens? It falls off. You just can't do no more. I mean, good lord. Like Tony said, it's on the screen. AJ's final WWE match was better than Cena's last match. It's the truth.
Hmm.
It's a straight
If
up
this
truth.
if you could compare a professional wrestling match to a whiskey cocktail, Walter versus AJ from last night would be in that glass.
And think about it. You talking about whiskey cocktails? Who's the best one to determine that besides Tony Motown Allen?
Exactly. That's why I stated it in that fashion.
But
Did
I
we lose
mean,
Marcus?
yeah, Marcus he'll be
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
But
temporarily.
on some real stuff though,
Yeah.
I mean, the match was flawless. You could not ask for anything more. AJ is a consummate professional. And this dude knows exactly what he's doing, when he's doing it, and how he's doing it. You can't stop that man. AJ is a talent beyond talent, and should be appreciated a lot more than what he is. Um, but and I'll go into more in a little bit. But the match itself was awesome. I gave it a perfect match of the night, perfect 5-star match. You just can't get better than this. You just can't.
No.
All right, next matchup. Oh God,
Mhm.
here we go.
Mhm.
Sami Zayn taking on Drew McIntyre. Can I go first on this, please?
Absolutely.
I am so sick and tired and pained to see Sami Zayn in this predicament and in this his relevancy to the title right now has basically went south for me. I don't care if he had bulletproof vest on with an armored truck flown in a plane with bulletproof glass and somebody just had a rocket through at it. His Sami Zayn will come out of that alive. They have ran him into the ground so much till I don't accept him as a serious challenger for any title except for the Bellas. That's probably about it. I am so sick of seeing Sami Zayn in this position. They need to find somebody else that's a challenger. They need to find somebody else that can wrestle and can be a serious challenger and just terminate Sami Zayn's contract. Get him out of there. I'm tired of it. This match was terrible. This match was a waste of time. It should have never been done. I don't care if he is from the area, that was the hometown. That's who the hell they should have sent home retired. I gave it a 1.
Wow.
But yeah, man.
That is harsh, Bobby.
Just saying.
Marcus, do you want to take this or should I?
And I'll take it. No, I agree with everything
Go ahead.
Bobby, except I gave it a 3 because I mean when you got Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, it's always going to be a good match. Now now in all honesty, I feel like I saw that match 2 or 3 times already.
Yes.
I mean, I agree, but yet and still, it's still a good match, though. I mean, I think it should have been on like a Raw or a SmackDown more so than one of the big 4. But
Collision.
well, no, I wouldn't say Collision, but I would have gave it at least Dynamite though. But yeah, it was a good match. It's just I didn't think there was any way in hell that Sammy was winning this at all. I mean, I thought if he was gonna do a match like that, then on it should have been at like a filler pay per view. I don't think it should have been on one of the big 4. I
Thank
don't
you.
I don't think, but overall, I said if I'm just looking at the match itself, it was good, not great. You know, again, seen it before. You know, I don't know. I think I thought 3 was fair.
I don't know, man. I just get like Roman Reigns. It's like missionary every single time.
Well, yeah, but then who depends on who that is. Who you doing that with?
I guess you got a
Oh,
point.
good
Yeah,
God.
it just depends.
Thank you for joining us on FTW Future
Yeah,
Focus.
all
Oh,
depends. All
wow.
depends. You know,
Thank you for joining us on FTW. Oh, my God.
like
All
with
right.
well, okay. No, I'll keep it clean. Never mind.
Yeah, well, thank you. But okay, I'm willing to give this match a little bit more slack than you guys. I gave it a 3 3/4. Um, as much as everybody going into this knew that there was no way in hell that Sammy was walking away with a belt, and I think that maybe the Saudi crowd thought that he might or hoped that he might, but everybody knew it going in. And unlike you guys, I don't get so easily tired with the plucky underdog babyface shtick that can be done. Sami Zayn, they've tried to do it with too much. I agree with that, but uh, I like what Sammy does in the ring as far as comebacks and what he personally does within a match. So I'm not going to fault him for that. What I will fault is the fact that we all know, number one, why this match happened. Because Sammy is from Syria. They wanted a homegrown kind of effect that the crowd would really get behind, and somebody that Drew could beat on for fun. And the problem here is that we just got through seeing this kind of match done to perfection one match before.
Yep.
There is no way in hell that Sammy versus Drew could follow AJ versus Walter, because it's the same goddamn match.
Yep.
And apparently WWE's creative are not smart enough to rub the brain cells together enough to figure that out. And so they did the same match with less impact back to back. And it suffered for it. I mean, Sammy and Drew did their best with it, but there was no way in hell that they could top the match before it with the exact same goddamn match. So it was bad placement and predictability. It basically having a saltine after a Ritz. You know damn good and well that it's not going to be the same and it's not going to be as tasty. So to me, it's no fault to either Sammy or Drew. But the fact of the matter is that they had that match once already in one night, and they didn't need to have them back to back, and that's why it suffered. So yeah, I'm willing to give it 3 3/4. It was still a good match and would have been a great match on any other show in any other place, but it was just not going to happen, especially in the death spot. So I'm willing to forgive this match more than you guys, but no dice here.
I don't know. I personally don't think Sammy could have even came up to the elevation of an AJ Styles. I don't think Drew McIntyre.
Not in this context.
I don't think Drew McIntyre could even come to the level of Gunther. This was just a match that I just think that they did not have the skill for, and honestly should have never happened. But again,
They should have saved it for another occasion.
Well, I got another idea about it, and I'm going to go ahead and get into that later after this.
Mm-hmm.
The Men's Royal Rumble. Huh. I'm so hurt by this. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Brian Breakker didn't even get to get in the ring. He got jumped. Stomped out.
Mm-hmm.
Threw in and tossed out. Who do we think this is? I mean, who?
The same person. The same person who he had the first time. It's gonna be Austin Theory. He throws that shitty little kick the same way Theory throws it. You know, they look about the same body frame, same height. It's not Seth. It's not gonna be Seth at all. I'm pretty positive it can be Austin Theory.
Rob.
Bobby, this is just a roundabout notion, but I don't give a rat's hairy asshole who was under the mask. More than like, I do not give a fuck or a thimble full of piss who was under that mask. It was a waste of goddamn time, and I am sick to fucking death of this mystery man bullshit that they keep pulling out with the Vision. We know it's not Rollins because he's injured. more than likely it's Punk, because that would, that would make the most sense. Given the fact that Breaker was the one who benefited from the first time they did this shit at the Survivor Series, but literally, who the fuck cares? Because all it did was take Breaker out of the match so that they could concentrate on other time-wasting bullshit later on, and I couldn't care less. I could give a crippled crackle crunch about who the fuck was the mystery man. Fuck this shit.
Well, I have the same kind of resonance against the mystery man, but I'm also Marcus. I think it is also Austin Theory. But I think the reasons for them doing this is a lot more and a lot more behind the scenes than what people think. I honestly think they took Braun Breaker out of there like that is because you had too many people that were power wrestlers that were going to debut on that night. You had Obafemi, you had Powerhouse Hobbs or Royce, whatever his name is, Keys.
Royce Keys. Oh my God.
We go get.
Don't get me
Hold on.
started.
I can't clown on that name.
We'll get there.
Yes,
We'll get there.
but not only that, Brock Lesnar came back. Of course, they want the big thing to be Steiner. So take him out quick. He don't even get in there. Next year, have him get in there, and then he dominates. That's how they got out of that debacle. I see that a mile away. They're saving Braun Breaker more than trying to do a stupid storyline. They did a stupid storyline to get him out of there, but it's more to save him than anything. I think it is Austin Theory. I think he's a plant for Seth Rollins. I'm sick of it. I don't like Seth Rollins. I could care less. I could care less about Seth, Becky's little baby. I don't care about none of them. I don't. I know it sounds kind of harsh, but I don't. This was a waste of time. They should have just had some type of element to where whoever was Braun Breaker's opponent coming up next could have injured him or something straight up. And then they would have been battling after this. This was dumb. But that's the way they want to go.
If they were going to have Drew come out there who was not part of the match and deliberately screw over Cody, they could have just had Punk come out there and screw over Breaker. Simple, easy peasy, unnecessary bullshit aside.
Yep. Well, in this men's Royal Rumble, who stood out to you guys? Rob, go first.
Well, certainly Obafemi. He stood out. I loved the fact that Devon Evans lasted as long as he did. They made him into kind of a marathon man. Other than that, this was on the worst ends of most Royal Rumbles. Honestly, there was nothing in this Royal Rumble that was appealing or made me the least interested in the direction they're going for WrestleMania or who's in it. I mean, the 1999 Royal Rumble where they fiddle farted around with McMahon and Austin the whole damn night, and that ended up being the whole damn thing. That ranks among one of the worst Royal Rumbles of all time, but this sumbitch was close. And you got to try really hard to screw up the Royal Rumble. So, that being said, no, there was, except for those two, there were hardly any standouts of note. Marcus?
Well, in my opinion, the only individual that stood out was Obafemi, which was kind of disappointing. I'm glad he stood out, but there are other guys that I wish they would have stood out. The only other thing that stood out overall about the match itself uh, was when you look at all the NXT talent from when they had Oba, Trick, and Javon together, or if you look at almost every guy in that match was was an NXT guy, minus a couple of the AEW guys that came over. So I mean, I guess you can applaud, their farm system for that. But yeah, the only individual definitely was over Femi, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Hope is my dude. They did him wrong on this one. He was highlighted, but they should have did a lot more with
We'll
him.
get there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Javon Evans did show out, though. Javon Evans, I got to give him his props. I'm not the flippity floppity flu type dude, but you know what? That man held his own. I got to give him his props. Other than that, garbage. This was garbage.
Yes.
I thought I was watching the WWE version of Collision. I was thoroughly disgusted. Brock Lesnar's not a freaking surprise. Brock Lesnar's a disappointment.
Brock Lesnar is the shovel for the shit that they were troweling out. But we'll get there, like I said.
But there is one interesting element that I want everybody to pay attention to. Heyman only came out with Breaker and Lesnar. I wonder what's going on with the other two.
Oh no, that's easy. His fat ass ain't walk up and down that ramp 4 or 5 times a night.
I agree with that too.
Shit.
But it's also something else is going on there. And I think people should pay attention to that. Overall,
well, it might be symbolic.
Yeah.
I know it's symbolic.
Mm-hmm.
But for this men's Royal Rumble, I gave it a what did I give it? Just want to make sure I got that right. Oh, sorry. I was about to say I won. I didn't do that. I gave it a 2.25.
Aha.
Marcus, what did you give it?
What did I get to women? 2.25 or 2?
Women, you gave 2.25.
Okay, I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna get a man 2.5. And the only reason I'm doing that is because at least the women's match, it was and boring. Whereas the men, instead of 2 minutes, they came out every minute. So it was a faster pace. So you have to sit through it long. So I'm gonna give it.
I did with time constraint.
Right. Well, yeah, I figured that, but still, to me, 2 minutes every Royal Rumble should be like that. A minute between entrances. Get that shit over with. Don't do those dumbass entrances like Jey Uso's. I guess we'll get to in a minute, but yeah, I'll give it 2.5.
The women's match wasn't insulting. It was bland, but it wasn't insulting. This was so utterly worthless, I give it 1.25. It ranks among one of the worst Royal Rumbles of all time.
I agree with him.
There were so many, stupid ass segments that were jokes and completely unnecessary.
The fucking
It
lizard.
made me sick to watch some of these. Mr. Iguana was one of them, yes. El Idiota Original and Idiota Extra Crispy didn't help. That was garbage. I wish that the fact that Lesnar came out there at all was an insult to everything, and the fact that he eliminated Obafemi, they missed a great opportunity to elevate Obafemi to heights and have him eliminate Brock Lesnar, or have them
Yep.
eliminate each other like Godzilla and King Kong.
But
But that goddamned entrance for Jey Uso. There is a reason that everybody hates Jey Uso now, and I think it's because of the shit they pulled with not only the initial entrance, but the fake out with Roman Reigns clocking him in order to do the damned rewind twice, and that final four. That bland, insulting final four that confirms everything that I've been saying for the last 2.5, 3 years. WWE has not changed. WWE will not change. That final four was so damned predictable, and it should have been. It should have been Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Obafemi, and Randy Orton. Then you would have gotten a good mix and something that would have made WrestleMania at least palatable. What we're gonna get now is garbage. And I can damn near guarantee you that if we don't get Drew versus Roman at WrestleMania, that we're going to get Roman versus Lesnar again. And it makes me want to puke that they are bound and determined to have that main event that everybody walked out on 8 years ago because it sucked so bad, that they have to destroy their entire damned audience and rebuild it with clingers on and fair weather casuals in order to make it work, and run off everybody else just to prove that some kind of cognitive dissonance about them being right in the first place. WWE Creative is a desert of stupidity and creative death, and I am sick to death of everything that they do, and this Royal Rumble is a prime example of it. So 1.25 stars for this, one of the worst men's Royal Rumbles of all damn time. I'll step off my soapbox now.
well, I don't think we're gonna get either one of those matches. I think it's gonna be Roman versus Punk. I don't know if that makes you
Yep.
feel, but we're not getting Brock. We're not getting him and Brock again. And you see the whole story with Drew. It's going to be Cody and Fatu. It's going to be a 3-way
Yep.
with the white. But yeah, so I don't know if that makes you feel any better or not. But yeah, we're not getting.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I be honest?
No, it
Can
does
I be honest
not,
with you on
Marcus.
something?
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you on
Sure.
something? I feel better about that one. I
Yeah.
feel better about Fatu with his first WrestleMania main eventing against 2 stars. I don't think Cody's winning. I think they're going to give the belt to Fatu. That'll be a long enough run for Drew. Cody don't need the belt. Them two are already at each other's throats. Fatu's is there as an extra additive, but he is not effective as much as they are towards each other. Fatu walks off with that belt. I
I
see
would
it.
just rather have Fatu and McIntyre.
it
Leave Cody out of it completely. Just give me Drew and Jacob.
this is the thing with that though. You got too much history with Cody going after that belt. It's still a story. No matter how much they say he finished the story. No, he didn't. He's still going with it. I think the first time he comes into a triple threat and he loses would fit that story very well. He's not the one to take the pin either. Drew takes the pin. Because that way he can say, well, you didn't beat me for it. And then it'd be Cody and Fatu at SummerSlam. So I'm very comfortable with them doing a triple threat with that. Fatu will
Well,
get his
to be
big
fair,
moment.
Bobby.
Oh, go ahead.
No, well, to be fair, Bobby, how long has everyone on the show, on the panel, been complaining that Cody's title reigns have been bland and that it's run its course and we don't want this story anymore? I
But
mean,
that's
if
why I
that's
think
the
they.
case, then
But I think that's the reason they're going to give it to Fatu.
you think they're going to freshen it up with all three of them as opposed to just two.
Right. I don't think there's ever been a
Okay.
triple. I don't think there's ever been a triple threat for a main event either at WrestleMania either.
We just had one last year.
Who was it?
It was Punk, Seth, and Roman.
Yeah, but that
Right.
was night one.
Yeah,
This is
but it was
a
still,
night two.
yeah, but it was still considered a main event though,
They're
because it,
not going to give night two to Fatu, McIntyre, and Cody.
right, yeah,
I,
night two
I,
is gonna be Punk and
so
Roman.
you think Roman? You think Roman and Punk is going to be a main eventing on night two?
Absolutely,
Roman's going to get night two no matter who he
yeah,
faces.
absolutely,
Okay, I see you thinking. I take it back.
absolutely.
I admit when
I
I'm wrong.
hate that. That
I admit when I'm
sucks.
wrong.
That completely sucks ass, but that's what's going to happen
But at least
because
Fatu will still
Bruce
get a main
Prichard
event though on
wills
his
it.
first try.
Yeah,
Well, I hope so.
Oh, he will. He will. Because remember,
Yeah.
he went from EBT to WWE.
Yeah, and after the crap that they pulled on him in this Rumble, he deserves it.
I think they're giving it to him. So
Yeah, we'll
overall,
see.
we it was a lackluster Royal Rumble in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure you guys agree, right?
Well, it was a mixed bag. We got a 5-star classic match that will hold up until the end of time, and then at the end of the night, we had somebody smear literal feces into our face.
yeah.
So you take the good, you take the bad, and that's the facts of life.
See, the problem with the Rumbles is first. Well, there's two main problems with the Rumbles. One, it just shows a lack of star power in WWE. For one, and then two, ever since they made the winner of this match gets a main event at Rumble, we know every year there's only going to be two, maybe three people that could possibly win. So that eliminates 28, 27 other people right away. And we know WWE is not going they're going to go with the star power for WrestleMania. So going into this match, we knew it was going to be Roman or somebody like that, Cody. We wasn't getting anybody new. We knew that, and that's why Liv won, because right now there's a lack of star power in the women's division. Like I said last week, they're all either in a tag team or they're hurt. So that's why I knew if Bianca wasn't coming back, it was going to be Liv. It's become predictable because we know the winner gets WrestleMania, and we know they're going
But
with star WrestleMania.
but a brother can dream though. A brother can dream.
Well, not as long as Hunter or Vince or whoever's in power.
Yeah, somewhere along the line, the Royal Rumble became just another scramble match. It has all of those elements to it, and a it has become something that we don't look forward to anymore because it is much more predictable than it used to be. I don't know the exact moment when that happened, but the Royal Rumble used to be that one can't miss match where it was going to be good no matter the year. Now it's not anymore because it's become some kind of auto tune for for setting up the road to WrestleMania. Oh, and one more point.
Uh-oh.
The name Royce Keys is garbage.
No,
It
no, no, no,
sounds like
no,
an
no,
AI
no, no, no,
generated
no,
thing they
no.
didn't put any thought into.
No, no,
I'm
no. Yes, it
sorry,
was.
it sucks.
Touched on this last week. Yeah, that's his son's name.
And Keys is his mom and
Really?
dad's name. I found that out too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because I did the same thing last week until I found
okay.
it
So
out.
yeah.
all right, I'm sorry. I didn't know that it had significance to the man's life. I'm just saying, it also doesn't help that he was treated like an also ran in the Rumble. He got one elimination and then he basically stood on the sidelines until somebody tossed him out.
Well,
And
I mean, it's his
he
first
didn't do anything.
overall match in WWE. I didn't expect that much from him, especially with Open Femi
No.
being in there. I did not expect that much from him. Um,
And,
I kind of felt it was going to go that way, but of course you're
well, I
hoping for
consider it
more.
foreshadowing.
Of course, you try to hope for more, and it don't turn that way. I want blueberry pancakes,
Hmm.
and they turn out banana. But
Well, maybe.
you know, it's
Well,
sad though.
uh, well, well, hopefully you're right, but I am not enthusiastic based on all of that on the future of Mr. Keys. I think he's going to end up just collecting a 3-year paycheck.
Hey, there's more to what I'm getting.
Well, say la
But
vie.
let's go to the next segment. You tapped out.
Got it.
This is the section of where we look at the events of professional wrestling for the week, and we picked out the moment
Hmm.
that Fed or that wrestler tapped out. The inventor of You Tapped Out, Marvelous Marcus Buckley. Take us there, brother.
Well, that was
Take us there.
You
well, that
Don't
was
got
a,
it.
drink your cup, but take us there.
they have. I thought I had one in mind, but after watching the Rumble, my tap out was in the Men's World Rumble. Not only that dumbass rewind with the Jay Uso interest, taking a whole minute to get to the ring, but not only when you add to that they eliminate Brock Lesnar doing that, which when you eliminate a guy
Hmm.
like Brock, that should be a moment. But the main tap out of that is instead of having Cody and LA Knight do it, that alone right there should have made the segment where Javon Evans should have eliminated him. Javon Evans should have eliminated Brock. To me, I know Brock has control, but I would have loved to see Javon Evans eliminate Brock Lesnar and set that match up for WrestleMania. That's even if Brock goes in there and whoops his ass Brock Lesnar. I mean, got Brock Lesnar during WrestleMania. Can you imagine the rub that kid would have got? Kind of like the Maven effect with Undertaker. Back that
Hmm.
that could have really elevated just that moment alone could have elevated Javon Evans, and they totally blew it. with him be eliminated during the Jay Uso entrance and let two guys who didn't need that rub do it instead of somebody like Javon Evans. I would even settle for over Femi, House Hobbs doing it. But I think the biggest impact could have been felt if Javon did it, blew it. That's
I agree with that.
that's
I
my
agree with that. I like that one. I
You
like
know,
that one a lot.
in a perfect world, either Oba or Devon, yeah.
yep,
But
I'm
yeah,
with it.
that would have.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna
No,
say that was my tap out.
I agree with that
Okay.
one 100%.
Okay, Marcus, that would have been my tap out this week if I had been here last week, but I have to cover some ground that I feel needs to be covered.
Uh-oh.
And I may dig up a little bit of controversy here because my tap out comes from last week, and it comes from our friend and legend Jim Cornette. Last week, he covered a story about the legacy media running down or mentioning AEW in a story about a guy who apparently was keeping a couple prisoner in his basement since 2015 and highlighted and the fact that he was an AEW fan and kind of intimated that that's the kind of people that AEW generates as fans. And I took that as a personal insult. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to start a feud with Jim Cornette because God knows that I respect the man. He's a 40-year veteran in the professional wrestling industry. And, he goes to war with people because he can. He's got a literal cult of Cornette, so I'm not going to do that. I respect the guy, and I don't have anything against him personally. But isn't there enough coverage in the mainstream media of people who want to take down professional wrestling in general and not just uh uh people aimed at AEW? And every criticism that he makes of AEW is legitimate. That's fine and dandy, but don't pile on when journalists who are irresponsible and want to take down wrestling anyway try to compare all of us, you, me, and every wrestling fan, to a psychopath who imprisoned people in his home 3 years before AEW even existed. That's an irresponsible journalism. That's a crappy thing to even intimate about. And I felt personally insulted by that because as much static as we give AEW, at least they didn't give us the kind of ridiculous shit that came out of WWE yesterday. So, and certainly, if every psychopath and everybody with a mental defect or a criminal mind had to be taken to task for every sports activity that they loved in their rational life, then the NFL and the NBA would be in a shitload of trouble. So, as much as to Jim Cornette personally, I love you like I love George Carlin, but brother, lay off of that kind of shit. Because I realize that you hate modern wrestling, but you're throwing out a 12-pound baby with half an inch of bathwater, and that's not cool. So turn the temperature down. And that's my tap out from last week. Bobby, what do you got?
I'm thinking about what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you root for the Young Bucks?
No, screw the Young Bucks. That's not what I'm talking
But
about.
AEW
I'm
fans.
talking.
Oh no, wait. AEW fans do root for the Young Bucks, right?
They're willing to tolerate their existence, sure.
Okay, toleration and cheering for them. Okay, so
Uh,
basically, they killed professional wrestling, and it was mass murders of professional wrestling. The fans are cheering for them, AEW fans. So they are kind of backing a mass murderer, ain't they? I'm just
oh
playing.
God,
I'm just
Bobby.
playing. I'm just playing. I'm just
I
playing.
know it, and in all, like I said, your criticisms and Cornette's criticisms of AEW in general are legitimate. I'm not going to argue that they're not. What I'm saying is that it doesn't have to go as far as what Connie Chung did in 1989 when she did that shitty cheap shot expose of WrestleMania 5 on the night that pay-per-view happened and looked at you and I as wrestling fans and said, "Remember, wrestling is fake and you're stupid for watching it."
I didn't know
So
that one.
that it's the
Yeah,
same shit.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Yes. I had Yes, in 1989, on the night of WrestleMania 5, Connie Chung got on the mainstream media and she said that shit about WrestleMania 5 the night that it set pay per view records. And I hated that bitch ever since then. And the fact that a guy like Jim Cornette would pile on with that kind of thing to intimate. Now, he covered his own ass and he said that not all AEW fans are like this guy who had people locked up in his basement. But damn it, don't if you're gonna don't follow a story like that and repeat stupid shit that the mainstream media does just because you don't like their product. That's not fair. That is far from fair. If it were fair, then the NFL would have to answer for every person that does an SA that watches their content.
Well,
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry, that's not kosher.
To some people, the NFL is just a holy place that has been infiltrated because a Spanish singer is going to do the halftime show.
And thank you for joining us on FTW Future Focus. Oh, good
I don't
lord.
know. I think there's going to be enough ice going around, and during the drinks, they don't need none at the stadium.
Shit. Well, Bobby, what's your tap out? So we can move
That
on.
that's my tap out. Not kidding. Oh, oh my God, help me. um, my tap out is pretty simple.
Mhm.
WWE as a whole this weekend disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole Royal Rumble event was very disappointing. I know Tony Motown Island loved the Royal Rumble. I watched one of the reasons I watched it with him is because it's one of his favorite pay per view. He has a lot of fun with it. They had the drawing last night, all of that. He has a lot of festivities for it. I mean, so it's kind of like a little mini event, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking forward to it.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, I get that. Mm. That was disappointing. And I know, dude, what's his name, Nick Khan, says he doesn't
Yeah.
care what anybody on the internet says. It's about ratings, revenue, and something else, the three R's. Well, Mr. Khan, it's about content creation and collaboration with your fans, too.
Not to mention quality.
Thank you! Thank you! I can understand you might be serving KFC chicken, but if it's cold and burnt, nobody wants it. And your stuff is cold and burnt right about now.
Yeah.
So I think you need to get
Like
off them
lunch
R's.
lady burnt. Yeah.
So, Mr. Khan, I think you need to get off them C's. Get off them R's and start getting on them C's. Because you're going to start
Hmm.
losing a lot of of another type of seat, which are customers that are going to be watching your show because you're almost losing one right here. That's my tap out.
Yep.
Moment of the week. Rob.
Well, mine's pretty simple. It's also from last week, but it was, strangely enough, a promo from Dynamite with John Moxley and the Death Riders. We've
Moxley
been
quit.
complaining about how. Huh?
Moxley quit.
What?
I'm saying, did Moxley quit?
No, no, no. He
Damn!
did a
I was,
promo.
you said a good promo. I was hoping that was it.
No, no, no. He did a promo against the Don Callis family, and it seems as if they are going to have those two factions feud instead of ignore each other the way that Judgment Day and the Bloodline did for like 4 years. So it reminded me of what should have happened between the Shield and the Wyatt family back in the day, and it made me interested, at least more so, in the direction that they're going to go. And we've been complaining for quite some time about how storylines in AEW are not fluid and don't like gain momentum. This one has the potential to. So I had to give my hats off briefly to that promo because not only did Moxley make it interesting, but it seems to have turned a corner. It may freshen some things up, and having the Don Callis family feud with the Death Riders in AEW makes for some interesting possibilities. So I had to shout that one out this week. I was going to do it last week, but again, I couldn't.
Yeah.
And it looks like we lost Marcus again.
Yep.
Uh,
Uh-uh.
oh, you are? Okay.
Now we got you. But wait a minute, you went back
We can
off
hear
again.
you, yeah.
Good. They made
Yes.
they made him his entrance to AEW. They made him seem like a star. So I will give him that. I will give him that much because the rest of what they've done with him so far was going to be my tap out as well. Because once again, they rushed the match that they could have built up on. But again, I'll touch on that another time. That was going to be my tap out. But just for the initial appearance of Tommaso Ciampa, I will give them props for. And that was my moment.
Well, kind of ironic you say that. Because one moment also involves with Timasso Ciampa, but it doesn't deal with him debuting in AEW. It's him winning the TNT title on Saturday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good way to jump on a hot skillet and fry some eggs. Very good way. I think they learned something. I wish WWE would catch on to the lesson. But that's my moment. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa leaving, going from nothing to the TNT champion. All right.
Mm.
So, we not probably won't get into the Tommaso Ciampa part that I wanted to do. So, this is going to be our last segment, the AJ Styles. Got to do that.
All
Got to
right.
do AJ.
Yes.
My thing with this AJ, all right, and I have to say something first. And I hope I speak on behalf of everyone here. I don't know if AJ Styles will ever run across this in his life, but if he does, I want to go on record for saying thank you. There are a lot of matches you have had, too many to name, that had me just drop my jaw. You are one of the consummate professionals there is when it comes to this pro wrestling thing. There's never been so many people that wanted to be like someone besides Michael Jordan. And then you come along. That's the type of impact that you have on the sport. I wish WWE would have did more with you. I wish they would have showcased you more. I wish they would have had your talent show a lot more than what they did. But those of us that have followed you pre WWE know what you have. Thank you, dude. Thank you for all you've given us. I hope that my initial thoughts that I'm going to speak on later here is true. Because if it is, that'll be a good day. But can we say, and can we come to an agreement that WWE dropped the ball with AJ Styles?
My
Because I think we
God,
did.
yes.
What about you, Marcus?
I wouldn't say drop the ball. I think they could have did better, but I would. I mean, they put a world title on him twice. Um, and I mean, he had success in WWE. They took him straight to the main roster. I mean, his debut in the Royal Rumble a few years ago was top notch. I wouldn't say drop the ball, no, but use them as well as they could have. They didn't. But I wouldn't say drop the ball, no.
Well, I got to say they did. It's because I think he should have had the title more than what he had. I think his wrestling backed up him having that title. He had the reputation already to no matter who he faced, how big and how strong they were, he could figure out a way to defeat them, and it was believable. There are certain wrestlers that come around where it's like, nah, well, he couldn't be able to beat him, or it wouldn't look right him beating him. AJ was one of those guys like he could beat everybody. He could beat everybody. I honestly think if you put him in there against Brock Lesnar, you could put him in there to make him look like he beat Brock Lesnar.
Bobby,
I think they wasted him because he wasn't homegrown WWE talent.
no, Bobby. What have we seen for weeks and weeks and weeks to be over in the WWE more so than wrestling? What do you have to have?
Promo skills, he got a little bit of promo in him.
You just said it a little bit, a little bit. You put AJ's wrestling with someone that could talk like CM Punk or Chris Jericho, yeah, you got a 4 or 5 year champion. But no, I mean, no offense, but AJ's like an old country bumpkin that they did that's never.
Wow.
I mean, he does. I hope I'm not insulting anybody by saying that, but he doesn't have a promo to be more over than what he was for WWE. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Mr. McMahon, hold on.
Does I mean he does that's
No, no.
it wasn't that it wasn't his homegrown thing. If he would have talked like if he could cut a promo like Chris Jericho, then yeah, he would have been a bigger star. He was as
but
big as he was going to get with his promo skills. That was about as big as he was going to get.
but Marcus, you know how I am.
Okay, Marcus.
You know how I am.
I'm just
I'm all about variety.
I'm just saying.
They do need that guy that can talk like that to be champion too.
I'm just
Just like
saying.
I want somebody to talk like Fatu. I ain't just one sided. We need a Fatu to come out and be able to represent that side.
I'm
They need
just
the country bumpkins represented too.
but I'm just saying this is WWE. I'm just saying.
Okay, Marcus, you are 100% right in what you're saying. However, I got to take Bobby's side on this because you have just highlighted exactly what is wrong with WWE. They
I agree.
won't let someone like AJ Styles, who is one of the top talents of the 21st century in professional wrestling,
Yes.
they would not give him a proper run as champion on either occasions that he had the belt because A, he he got his reputation somewhere else, and B, because he talks like a Southerner.
Mm-hmm.
And both of those things are ridiculous and short sighted reasons for not giving somebody the opportunity to run with the ball.
That's true.
You are right, and that's why WWE did it. But I consider that to be an insult to all of us that they do business like that. And the fact that they do business like that is everything that is wrong with the company at large. So, yes, you're right, but WWE is 100% wrong. And I think that it's a pathetic loss for all of us that AJ Styles had to play second fiddle to idiots like Lesnar and Cena in order to facilitate goddamn promos. Yeah, promos are important, but I would rather see 1,000 AJ Styles matches than listen to one damn word of anything CM Punk has to say.
Whoa, wait
Especially
a minute. Hold
now.
on. Hold on.
Pump
Wait,
the
wait,
brakes.
wait, 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 wait.
I was with you. I was with you all the way up until that point. I was with you. You lost me.
I got to pump the brakes on that one.
You lost me. You
No,
lost.
no, I'm not saying that Punk's promos are bad. I'm just saying that I would rather see AJ Styles in the ring than listen to CM Punk talk. That's all I'm saying.
I want to see CM Punk
Did
talk.
I piss Marcus did I
No,
piss Marcus
no,
off so much that he
he probably got a
left?
call. He probably ended up
Oh,
getting a
okay.
call in again. All right, let
Okay,
me
but
say.
I'm yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
I can't say that much. Nah, CM Punk's promos are pretty. No, I can't do that. But
All right.
but this is what I look at. Like again, there's a word that I always use that people don't understand, and they think I'm just talking out the side of my neck. And it comes true when it comes to any sport or professional wrestling, or even if you go into your office. Fundamentals. What was the basis and fundamentals of wrestling from back in the day when it was getting popular? Southerners,
Yeah.
the Von Erichs. You got the Von Erichs. You got
Tommy Rich,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got Michael P.S. Hayes.
Bruiser Brody.
Boy,
He was a Texan.
yeah. I mean, you got so many of them that the fundamentals of wrestling comes from the South. That's why Jim Cornette is so respected. You know,
Well, one of the reasons, yes.
yeah. Well, one of the reasons you're right. You're right.
Well,
But
well, he's from Kentucky, which it's half and half. It's Mason Dixon, but
no,
still,
you look at
yeah,
Jim
you got a
Cornette. That's
point.
all Southerner right there. Jim Cornette is all Southerner.
He's got the Southern mentality, yes. There's something about the Ohio River that designates North from South more than Tennessee does. I don't know why.
It's some in the water. But this is the
Thank
thing.
you for joining us.
This is the thing. We keep forgetting the fundamentals when it comes to professional wrestling stuff. And it's just like what we were talking about before too. How can I sit here and honestly be complaining about we're not represented by how we talk and how we are, blah blah blah, but accept that they do it to somebody else that's country. You know what I'm saying? It's not right.
Mm-hmm.
It is the world wrestling entertainment, not the Northern wrestling entertainment, not the Anglo-Saxon wrestling entertainment. It's not the AWE. It is the WWE, which means you represent the world. They need to get off this dumb stuff. So I would like to see some more diverse people come through. But unfortunately, it seems like diversity doesn't come through on all aspects when you start talking about WWE champions. You know, there's a problem with Southerners. There's a problem with black. There's a problem with the Mexicans because with the Latino because they don't talk English 100%. You know, I mean, you got a problem with Chinese. You got a problem with Indian. Dude, how many problems are you gonna keep going through, man? I mean, you got more problems than algebra. Get over it. Let these people be champions instead of holding them back. As well, he had a hangnail coming from his left hand, so we didn't make him champ. I'm getting sick of it.
Again, like Marcus said, the WWE is style over substance. And that is why I am all in with AEW. For better
Well,
or worse, that's the hill I'm going to die on.
well, let's say this. We always talk about matchups. What was that one matchup that could have happened in WWE that wished it could have happened with AJ Styles?
Um, hmm.
I
Trying to
got y'all.
uh, they
I
just
could name one right off. I could name one right off top that you would be like, man, I never thought of that one.
okay.
Mhm.
AJ Styles and Chad Gable.
Yeah,
Well, yes.
yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah. Um, it's not so much matches that never happened, but matches that they should have just let them do their own style instead of bottling it into WWE's cookie cutter mold. Like, for instance, having AJ and Joe go the way they did in TNA.
Yeah.
That would have been excellent in WWE.
Or or
Um,
or like I was very disappointed with the AJ Day program. They did not let them do. They did not let them wrestle the way they could have. That was that should have been a 5-star match, and it was barely 3. I was very disappointed with that.
AJ versus Nakamura. The way they did it in New Japan, if they had let them go, if they had let them have the match that they should have had, but they wouldn't let them do it.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. If they had not limited AJ to the kind of crap that WWE wanted him to do instead of letting him loose, then he would have had an even bigger career in WWE. In spite of the handcuffs that they put him in, AJ Styles was still a highlight reel in WWE. It's just it never compared to the stuff that he did in New Japan or Ring of Honor or TNA because they would never let him loose.
And can I say this? I don't know who put it up
Sure.
on the message board, but I watched some of that Nakamura AJ Styles. What the
Mm-hmm.
fuck?
Yeah, their last match was really good.
They got down.
Yeah, but so imagine that match. What that match was about 7 8 years ago. That's how.
Yes, if they had had that match at WrestleMania, we'd still be talking about it.
Yeah, when they were in New Japan, they had some matches, and when they were in New Japan,
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
Mm-hmm.
get this why they constrain them like that, but I don't know. They need to let loose of some of the reins on these guys.
yeah.
It's like
Well,
you
we
got the
could.
total
I've.
opposite. It's like you got the total opposite. AEW lets them too loose, and WWE holds them a little too tight.
Yeah,
Nobody
to the
got that
point
balance.
where they pop off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. So I'm going to ask this key question. I really want you guys to think about this. Do we really think this is the
Okay.
last of AJ Styles in the pro wrestling ring?
No. I could see him being like Danielson. I think there are still matches he wants to do. I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's gonna sign with AEW, but I can see him like wanting to wrestle like Omega, for example, because he never did get his get back when well, storyline wise, Omega kicked him out of Bullet Club when he was going to WWE, that kind of thing. Or I could see him wanting to go back to New Japan and do a couple of things over there. I could see that as well. So, I would say no.
Rob.
Okay, this is why I had conflicting feelings about this match. The match was 5 stars, damn near perfect, but it had the wrong ending. WWE should have done with AJ Styles at least half of what they did with John Cena's idiotic farewell tour. A guy who was already semi retired already, coming back and getting that much promotion and attention. They could have done at least 6 months with AJ, and they could have had some of the best matches in WWE history. Instead, they killed it right out of the gate, and it was a loss of some of the best material they could have had for 2026. So my answer is that I hope that it's not. I hope that AJ Styles does go to AEW. I hope that he does have some great matches with Kenny Omega, with Okada, with Takeshita. Imagine that,
No, Fletcher.
a rematch with Joe.
No, I want to see
Oh
him.
my God, with Swerve Strickland.
No, Fletcher is the guy.
Yeah.
Oh
That's who
my
needs to rub
God,
from him.
yes.
That's who needs to rub from him.
Yes, oh God, yes. Fletcher, Omega, just there are so many guys. Osprey, for God's sake.
Oh yeah.
Gabe Kidd. You name them. Anybody in AEW would have a fantastic classic Ring of Honor style match with AJ Styles and AEW that I would pay to see, literally. So I hope that it's not over for real. I hope that AJ goes, but even if he doesn't, that's a hell of a match to go out on. And it just proves more conclusively than ever that WWE is short sighted. They don't know what the hell their fans want. They don't know what the hell is going on. And they need to fire that damn creative team.
My opinion is this: he's not done. He's got a couple of
Well, he
matches
did put
he's
the
got to do.
gloves back on.
Yep, he's got a couple of matches he's about to do.
Mhm.
And I think one of them is going to kick WWE right in the ass. Because I think once he goes to AEW, and he either faces Omega or he faces Fletcher. There's only two on that roster that can pull that type of interest to compete with WWE. He has to fight one of those two guys, and they will blow the roof off the place. I don't see anybody else on the AEW roster that can blow it off like them too good. And that's me
Joe.
giving. No, I don't see Joe doing it.
No?
No.
Now, do you mean in terms of
Oh,
a ring or name value?
both.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll agree with you in ring name, but I think there's a few guys that can have just as great of a match now.
No. I don't see Joe doing it. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's been able to take it easy. He hasn't really been pushed. But as
Okay,
far as I'm sitting here right now, I don't think he could.
I'll give you the biggest match they can have bigger than both of those right now. AEW All In, AJ Styles versus MJF. Bam.
No.
Oh my
Oh yeah.
God, yes.
No.
Yes.
Are you
No.
Bobby? Are you fucking
Oh,
kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Oh,
You know I love
MJ,
MJF. You know I love
MJF,
MJF.
MJF has a big
I would agree with the same scenario, but
no,
I put Kyle Fletcher there.
no. MJF has a bigger name than Kyle Fletcher. No, the prom. Can you imagine the promos leading up to that match? No, no.
Fletcher is not bad in the promo.
But he's not better than MJF. Not even close.
He's
Fletcher,
way better than AJ Styles, and that would be a
but,
lopsided thing.
but he's the heel. The heel sells the match. Well, you know that, Bobby. The heel sells the match.
Yeah,
And who's a better promo in AEW than MJF?
me? No, just kidding. No,
Yeah,
nobody.
no. That's the match.
okay, that's funny.
If you're going against WWE, that's the match. AJ versus MJF. That's the match.
I don't know,
Still,
man.
you see what
I'm
I.
trying to weigh this out. Rob,
No,
let's see if you see what I'm seeing here. You got the story with Omega and AJ.
Omega and AJ, yeah.
You also got the rub factor with Kyle and AJ.
true.
Yes.
And that match will be fucking. You talk about people talking about a match that happened? They will be talking about that for
Yes.
years.
Yes, but you're
Yes.
forgetting one thing. AEW is already fucking up Kyle Fletcher's booking already. He's not. He's already not as big of a star as he should be already.
No, he's not. I agree with that.
And that's
But
what's going.
tell everybody you're going against AJ Styles. Look what happened.
Yeah, but you already got the established star with MJF already.
That too. That too.
Well, we
Well,
are
hell,
talking about
wait. Why are we even
AEW.
discussing it? Check this out. To make everybody happy, All In, MJF and AJ Styles, All Out, MJF and Kyle Fletcher. Now you got both of them. Cool.
Any combination of those
Oh yeah, I would.
would
I would
make
love
me
to
happy.
see it. But to answer your question, if you want to talk about to answer your question though, the biggest match they could have if AJ was to come there would be against MJF.
Oh man, I think it'd be neck and neck. I'll be honest with you, it'd be neck and
I
neck.
don't even. Yeah, my neck against a giraffe. You want to say neck to neck? Yeah.
Dear
Wow.
God.
It's not even fucking close. Not neck.
Wow.
Yeah, shit. That ain't no neck to neck.
Well, AEW still has that problem with storylines that we've been talking about forever, but still, the potential of any matches that AJ Styles could have against any AEW roster members would be tremendous. And that's why I am praying that it's not done and that AJ does go there because at least he will have the run he deserves.
That's true.
Would never give him WWE would never give him a run worthy of him. The Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, pure in-ring talent in the 21st century, AJ Styles, Bryan Danielson, Samoa Joe, and Kenny Omega. Four Mount Rushmore for wrestling ability in the last 26 years. So I'm hoping that it's not over. But if it is over, then it was good to have it with Walter because at least one last 5-star match for AJ.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, wrap it up, Rob.
That's
Well, that was a.
what she
Go
said.
ahead.
I'll say that's what she said.
Oh, good Lord. One more. Thank you for joining us for the road. And that'll
she
be
said
it for
that to me.
FTW this week. Thank you for joining us on FTW. Good Lord. I'm going to end this now. On behalf of Marvelous Marcus Buckley and the mastermind Bobby Rogers, this is your not-so-humble correspondent Robert Black saying, so long, everybody. Have a great week. We will see you in the future. I don't know if we got James Brown back, but
No, not yet.
we're out, baby. All right. Well, thanks for being here anyway. We'll see you next week.